So let's go back to Saturday's video where we talked about lunar water, how we can use its resources to basically use for, fuel for rockets that are going for interplanetary missions. What ways that we can use it for basic needs like drinking water and also use it for growing food. And what I forgot to mention is the actual numbers behind the comparisons between Earth's water and also the moon's water, because water takes up 70% of the entire Earth's surface, whereas the moon doesn't have much water because it doesn't have an atmosphere, too, and it's just a gray, barren, dusty rock. But yes, there is some ice water that's deep in these craters where sunlight can't penetrate it. Temperatures get below, you know, get down to negative 200 degrees Fahrenheit on in these craters, and they're locked up as ice. So how much water is total on the moon compared to the Earth? So this we're going to be using the gallons, and also we're going to use the kilograms in metrics. So let's start with the imperial system. We're going to use it in gallons first. So if we combine all of Earth's water, all 70% of the entire surface, that will get up to 362 times 10 to the 15th power. Yes, and that's in gallons. Right? And then moon in gallons, 2.8 times 10 to the ninth, or 2.8 trillion gallons. And then we want to understand the actual total behind it. And that will get us to, so that's 1.29285 times 714 times 10 to the 8th power. Okay, that's going to be 129,285,714, and we want to use this as a percentage, so just times that number by 100, and what you're going to get is 12.93 billion percent. Yep. So how much water does Earth have in total compared to the moon? If we just take the actual number of itself, 129.3 billion times more water than moon. That's a big number right there. 129.3 billion times more water than it is on the moon. And yes, and that's in gallons. Now, you want to understand that in kilograms because most of the world use metric system. So in kilograms, it's just adding 3 extra zeros to it. So this becomes 1.26 times 10 to the 18th, which is 1 quintillion. 1.26 times 10 to the 18th power. And then the moon holds 270 trillion, which is 270 times 10 to the 12th, right? Okay. And then we'll just times 0.2, so 1.26 times 10 to the 18th, and then that's just 2.7 times 10 to the 14th power, and then we'll just do the simple way, just doing 1.26 divided by 2.7, and then the powers will just minus each other, so 18 minus 14. Alright, so that's just 4,666.7, and then we want to find the percentage and just times that number by 100. Okay, so that'll just be equal to 4. That's just in percentage, so 466,670 percent, and then you want to understand in the kilograms how much water is total on Earth compared to the moon. And yes, that is 1.26 quintillion is 4,667 times larger than 270 trillion. Yep. 1.26 is 4,667 times larger than the entire moon's, water. Crazy. Big numbers here. So yeah, because like I said, the moon doesn't have much water. It's just little pockets.